For 18 years the sun beat down on the city of palms, but there was no warmth in its light. A suffocating shadow had stretched across the land, the shadow of King Eglon of Moab. As it is written in Judges 3:12, the Israelites did evil in the eyes of the Lord, and because they did this evil, the Lord gave Eglon, king of Moab, power over Israel. Eglon was not merely a foreign invader, he was the embodiment of a moral vacuum. He understood that power is best maintained by stripping a people of their identity and their resources. He sat in his cool upper chamber, draped in the luxury of his tyranny, while the people went into hiding, fulfilling the warning of Proverbs 28:28. When the wicked rise to power, people go into hiding. When they perish, the righteous thrive. Yet, God did not leave them in that silence. When the people finally cried out, the response was not an army, but a single man, Ehud from tribe of Benjamin. The scriptures emphasize a unique trait in Judges 3:15, noting he was left-handed. Many theologians have marveled at the irony here, as the Matthew Henry commentary notes. Benjamin literally means son of the right hand, yet God used a man who was left-handed, literally a man of the other hand, to deliver Israel. It is profound. It is a profound reminder of 1 Corinthians 1:27. God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong. The Moabite guards, blinded by their own arrogance, failed to consider this. They searched him for a weapon at his left hip, the standard placement for a warrior, but they never thought to check the right. In your own life, what are the blind spots caused by your own assumptions? Are you looking for God's hand in the places you expect him to be, or are you missing the way he is working through the unconventional or the weak? Ehud arrived at the palace as a man offering tribute, playing the part of the submissive subject. He walked into the heart of the beast, guided by the truth of Psalms 146:3. Do not put your trust in princes, in human beings who cannot save. Inside, Eglon rose in anticipation of a divine word, a moment of ego that scholars like Josephus often highlight as the height of King hubris. Instead, he was met with the cold reality of steel, as Judges 3:22 records. The handle sunk in after the blade. It was a sudden violent end to a reign built on oppression. Ehud locked the doors and vanished, leaving the servants to wait in a state of confusion. They feared to disturb the king, unaware that their master was already dead. By the time they dared to use a key, Ehud was already rallying the people. He sounded the trumpets, and the Israelites secured the fords of the Jordan. That is something weird. I have never heard something like fords of the Jordan. They struck down 10,000 men, as Judges 3:30 tells us. That day, Moab was made subject to Israel, and the land had peace for 80 years. Wow. The servants outside the door waited in hesitation, unaware that their master's reign had already ended. In your own challenges, are you paralyzed by the fear of a master, a problem, a sin, a person that has already been defeated by God's hand? It was a restoration born of the realization that the Lord is my strength and my shield. In him my heart trusts. I am helped. Psalms 28:7. And I have a final question for you. Ehud didn't wait for a council of elders or a massive army to begin his stand. He acted on the conviction he was given. If you were truly convinced that God was your shield, what is one giant in your life that you will stop hiding from today? Be blessed.